Now, the good news is this. The world is not going to end. You know, I've met a lot of people that are just scared half out of their wits about the world's going to end, and you know, just that's it, it's over with. And there's a lot of, you know, these what they call extinction movies, where something hits the earth and the earth, you know, the world ends. But you got to understand, Jesus never taught that the world would end. Let's consider what he taught. And you know, the disciples were asking him, well, what shall be the sign of your coming and the end of the world? Now there's that little statement. I think a lot of people look at that, okay, the end of the world. Oh no, the world's going to end. No. The word world there means, what the reference is, the end of the age. They were asking about the end of the age of man's trying to govern himself, trying to figure it out, living by the law that says if it feels good, I'm going to do it. In other words, the end of man trying to govern himself. That was the end of the age, what they were asking about. All right, and so the disciples asked him, what's going to be the end of the age of mankind? And when are you going to establish your world order on this kingdom, on this earth? That's what they were asking. So the world is not going to end, and that's good news. There is coming a new world order called the kingdom of God on this earth. Okay, let's take a look at the Old Testament here about the Feast of Trumpets. Leviticus 23 and verse 24. It says, speaking to the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, in the first day of the month, you shall have a Sabbath, a memorial, a blowing of trumpets, and holy convocation. Now, I know a lot of people say, well, you see, it says, speak to the children of Israel. That's not even talking to us. Well, look, God had to be talking to somebody. And in this case, he was speaking to what God wanted to be a model nation. That if they were obedient to God, they were going to be established as a model nation that other nations would look to and say, wow, look at the blessing they have. What kind of nation is like that? Well, they failed the test, though, but well, my point is, God, look, does it have to have your name in there before you will believe it? Does it have to say, speaking to John, and maybe your last name also, John Doe, this is for you in the 7th month, and you shall have, a memorial blowing of trumpets. Okay, no, this is for you. These are God's holy days. They are the feast of the Lord's. Don't try to weasel your way out from under this. Don't think that this is for somebody else. Do not think this was, oh, that's for the Jews, and that's for Israel, and that's for Old Covenant. It's not for us. No, this is for you. I'm telling you, this is for you. You will be keeping these days when Christ returns. You can put that in your pipe and smoke it. I can show you scriptures, and I will when we come to the Feast of Tabernacles, where God says all people, all nations will be keeping these holy days. One day, you're going to be keeping these holy days. I guarantee it. You can write that down. Okay.
Is that really in the Bible? What you think is in the Bible is not.